Hey all, you know, been really long
Hello.
that we chatted on some random topic relating to embedded systems, of course. But then today, what we have decided is we'll take a break from the interviewing series, and we'll go in the direction of exploring the journeys to
Yeah.
how we became what we are today, embedded systems engineer. And as part of that, today we'll focus on Dave's journey, and again, kind of borrowing Rajat's words. So Dave would have been a mechanical engineer today, had some things in the past not happened, and he would have then been fixing tire punctures rather than bugs in the code. So yeah, maybe over to Dave as to can you take us way back in time, and talk about how did Dave become an embedded systems engineer? What all happened between Dave as a student somewhere in class 9, no, not 9, class 12th? What happened since then, and how did you become an embedded systems engineer?
Oh man, uh, fixing the tire puncture from fixing the bugs. This
Yeah,
is a great line, I guess.
Right.
It's quite
By
poetic metaphor, like
yes.
Yeah.
by let's
it's like
not emphasize too much on that line. मेरे को लग रहा है LinkedIn पे मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर मुझे मैसेज में लिख लिख के गाली देंगे.
That will
it's
happen. I think
well,
that will happen.
I suppose, but don't you see the poetic symmetry here? Like tire is our source code, right? And we are finding bugs in our source code just as
Which are
a
the
engineer
holes?
would. Yeah, exactly, exactly. When we need to
Engineer.
fix,
Fair. I suppose
Okay.
that's
I
Now,
see
happening.
it
now is
like
this on
poetic.
record?
It is on
This
record.
is
Yes.
really recorded, yes,
Okay.
and this will stay
Okay.
because
Okay.
that is what mechanical engineering is.
Man, I
Well,
mean,
actually, wait, hang on. Mechanical engineering obviously is like way more than that. The world runs because of that, and so on and so forth. All of that is there. But I suppose what we are speaking to is our own mechanical engineering abilities, right?
exactly, exactly. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's a
how
pun to that.
we as computer engineers pursue, what mechanical engineering is. It's
Yep.
just a pun. I know it's
See,
a lot more than that. It's like
Also,
it's such metaphors are always there for everyone. Like
yeah,
for
yeah,
example,
exactly.
when I did electronics engineering, my mom was like, "अच्छा electrical की है, पंखा ठीक कर दे."
Exactly. Yeah.
yes, I don't know why everybody asks the same thing to all the electrical and EC engineers.
Hmm.
Like, go fix the fan.
If you're a
Same.
computer science guy, it's like printer ठीक कर दे, नहीं तो पंखा ठीक कर दे. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, going back to Dave. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my journey started around in 2010. When I was I was in school for I was studying eighth class or something like that. And then we have the newspaper delivered to our house, and then we used to read those newspaper, and then there was somewhere some news about the Google, right? uh, so the people would talk about, okay, this company is so awesome. They are uh, you know they have this kind of work culture, and so such an amazing company which employs a lot of Indians, and offers crores in return, right? So so from there, I think I had a little bit of inclination towards Google, that okay, one day I might join Google as well. And I think I see you're doing some experimentation with the layout. You're on mute.
Yes, I'm really sorry because what I was trying to do is focus on you a lot more.
Right.
Your chin is getting cut out because of us being
Ah,
at the bottom.
okay.
Yeah,
Then I have
now it
to
is better.
be attentive now.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. So Google being an amazing company.
Yeah. So I think, like, from that point, I had somewhere in my mind that, okay, some neurons thinking about Google, right? And then I went to Kota for 2 years, preparing there for IIT JE.
Okay.
And then at that time they used to have JE mains and JE advanced, right?
This
So
is 2012.
This is 2013.
Sorry. Okay.
And I think at that time they had some criteria in JEE Mains that they the 60 percentage of the weightage would go into JEE Mains marks, and then 40 percentage would go into the board marks. And I think I being the being in the quota, I never prepared for 12th board, right? So I had a very very average marks in 12th. uh, I see my video is being lagging. Do you guys see the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's fine because if the story is interesting,
Okay.
people can never mind the what video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I had to prepare for 2 years, and I was really good in this probability subjects. I was really good in so some of the physics subjects like NLM, and some other subjects, right? So
Sorry, what is NLM?
it's a
Newtonian
Newton.
mechanics?
No, it's a Newton law
Newton
of
Lagrange.
motion,
Oh, okay.
right? So
I
that's
think isn't it non-linear programming? I
It's
don't know if
no.
that's the
NLM,
subject.
Newtonian Lagrangian mechanics. Is that?
Who knows?
This is
I
Newton's law of motion. That's what.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nice,
NLM. Oh, okay,
nice.
okay.
Of
All right, man.
course, of
Okay.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
I mean, that's what 12th, standard guy would study, right?
Yeah, I
Uh,
was like, where did
mhm.
I hear
Yeah. What?
Lagrangian for the first time? Not in class 12th, man. Come on.
Right.
Honestly, I started searching for what Mohammed was saying because that sounded to me alien, some alien language.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Newtonian
where did
Lagrangian.
anybody
Yeah, there
read
is.
Newtonian language mechanics in 12th?
हाँ मैं भी shocked था यार. It's like that was the word which I heard in college, like engineering physics में आया था एक model. So
No.
Mohammed,
So
the
then I'm like,
question to you:
hmm,
what college have you passed out from? Just
some
because you said
tier
Lagrange.
3 college, man. You won't believe I heard the name. But it
yeah.
was there. It was there. It was there in the
Lagrangian.
GOC. Lagrangian. It's a model of basically same Newtonian mechanics model.
But that I know. Where did I hear Lagrangian for the first time? Was it in some sort of
I think transformation.
optimization?
No.
Transformation, I think
It's a
Jacobians are.
Lorentz transforms.
Ah,
I'm confusing it with
that's one.
Lagrange.
Well, Jacobians are also used in
Yeah, yeah.
transformation.
Hmm.
Lagrange multipliers is what I've heard of.
Hmm.
And I think they come in optimization, whatever.
Hmm.
Anyways, back to
Yeah.
Dave.
I feel like I did not study my engineering. So, man, these are the words, really first time hearing these words.
Well,
But
thanks to
yeah,
Mohammed.
I think the the people who prepare for JEE mains and advanced, and they go into do coaching, they would know all these concepts by just abbreviations, right? So I think I was good at that, and I had great marks. So one of my teachers suggested that, okay, you go for triple IT Hyderabad.
When you say great marks in JEE,
JEE mains, yeah.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
So because like my rank was not great because of the normalization. The 40% is weightage went to the 12th, which was my average marks, like which was anyway the average marks for me. So the rank was not so great, but my marks was so great. So the teacher proposed to me that why not you go for triple IT Hyderabad.
Hmm.
And I was being the naive guy, I thought that okay, the triple IT is like just other triple ITs, so why not,
Okay.
and why not go to NIT, right?
Yeah.
So I in my mind I had that okay, this is IIT is at the first level,
The
and then there is
topmost.
topmost, and then there is NITs, and then there is triple ITs.
Yeah. And then above IIT is Mohammed's college.
What?
My,
It is. It
I,
is. It is. I would
I,
not
I,
deny that. It is.
I would disagree. The top college is VIT.
No, I
That,
would
Oh
disagree
man,
to
The
that.
but
most
then
elite
Piyush
college
is
has
from
to be.
MIT.
MIT,
Piyush is
yes,
from MIT, man. Then it beats everyone to the punch.
yeah.
Well, there is something special about Mohammed's college. Mohammed, what is it like the
What is it?
tagline?
The
It's the
name?
number one college in the world, right?
Yeah, it's awarded like the best architecture for. I have to check it out, man. I'm not.
Okay,
Okay.
fair. Never mind. Okay, so there
Yeah.
is Mohammed's college, VIT somewhere, my
Yeah.
college somewhere, then IITs and
Yeah.
NITs.
Then triple
Good.
ITs.
Then
Triple
triple
IT.
ITs.
Yeah,
But I didn't know that the triple IT Hyderabad is different from triple ITs, other triple
that's
ITs,
right.
right? But yeah, I never filled that form, and then I went to
Hmm.
this, NIT Kurukshetra, and
Hmm.
interestingly, I preferred mechanical engineering over computer engineering.
Ah, now we are
Like,
talking.
yeah.
And
So
what was the reason?
the reason was that I was good in NLM, and for some reason I had, okay, since the mechanical engineering is the one which teach the NLM further, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I will go with this.
Hmm.
And then
Abhi
at
to,
that time I
I've
was
just
so
learned
naive.
one first, second, and third laws. I would need to learn more laws.
Yes,
The
yes.
fourth law.
Fourth.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Fair.
so what I did was, like, for
Hmm.
every college, I all rank wise, I submitted their applications,
Hmm.
and then, and each with each preference, my mechanical was first one,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then computer science, and then some IT. I think IT was my last. I didn't know that IT is an informational technology.
What did you think it was?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. So I think one of the one of the interesting thing is that when I was filling my preference form, like, the branch wise, somewhere I had to type at the rate, and I didn't know how to type that because it is just on the same key as two, right? So I was constantly pressing two, and it was, it was it was just two. So I was in this cyber cafe, and then I was doing this, preference filling work, and
Hmm.
then I had to ask the guy behind me, said that, okay, I need to type the at the rate because I want to fill the email, and how do I do that? And he suggests, he told me that, okay, you press the shift and then press 2, and that's where I knew that, okay, now this is how I can press at the rate, and also like other keys where you have
Obviously. Yeah.
multiple you know keys being pressed, right?
By the way, this tells me before filling that form, they had never written an email to anyone.
No,
Hmm.
I think no. I think even
Wow.
in this case, right, I created my email only for that purpose. on
Wow.
on
I
the
see.
same
Right.
day on the same day someone else created, I think. And
Hmm.
so if like today, if I have a primary email, and if you go for like backup, then there is some email that is of some cyber cafe person. So
Wow.
I cannot recover my primary email if so.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
Dev, you never used Facebook or anything?
I think I did. Oh, so during that time, no. I think during quota, I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
2013 was when man Android was full fledged, right? Everyone had.
No, not
No.
full
No,
fledged.
no,
No,
no.
I remember HTC's
Yeah. HT. Yeah. Yeah.
Wildfire or
Yeah. Yeah.
some
Yeah.
some
Hmm.
phone
Hmm. Hmm.
series
Man,
had come out. Yeah.
man,
Oh,
I had
actually,
it.
no. OnePlus was launched in 2013, to what I remember.
Who was buying it? Like
People were
because
buying it. I bought freaking
wow.
Nokia Lumia because
Oh
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh, Nokia is better.
Ooh, you were the rich one,
While
man.
everybody bought Sony Ericsson and
The
HTC.
Walkman
OnePlus.
series.
Man,
Uh,
you guys are talking about this 2013,
Yes,
Hmm.
I was in
yeah.
because
college in 2013.
at that
I
time I had a cell phone which only had keys and then just a small screen.
The candy bar.
black and white.
Yes,
Hmm.
yeah, black and white.
The
And
Nokia's. What was
it
that?
it, it
Nokia
was
1100.
one
it
seven hundred.
was some Chinese company which costed me around 1700 or something.
Nokla.
And the company name was Red, REDD. I don't know, like, what does that mean.
Oh,
Man, the
So
Chinese companies were so amazing back then.
5 cameras, 3 SIM
Yeah,
slots.
and you could
When
hear
they
the.
had cameras, if you open the cover, then there would be nothing after that.
yes,
It
yes,
would just be a glass.
yeah,
Wow. I remember there was Nokla, there was there was
Samsung.
some Samsung, and then
Samsung.
there
It-
was
it's
Sunny Ericsson.
Man.
those were the
Wow,
times.
those
Yeah,
were the
I
days,
think
man.
this
Yeah.
this font, I think all I only used for two three purposes. One is just to have a call with my parents. Another one is
Mhm.
I think the alarm, the obvious reason,
Yeah.
and the third one is like just to see the time, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So the time in
And
Kota
they being
was,
Marwadi didn't need calculator because
yeah.
he could use his mind.
Yeah, of course, like that was not our thinking, because anyway, in the exam you are not supposed to
Ah,
use
fair.
calculator,
Oh,
right?
true,
So
true,
Man,
true, true. Fair.
you didn't hear to him. He in 2008 he was talking about earning crore salary.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
then yes, I did think of that.
Well,
When I got a 6.5 lakh package after my college, I was like, okay, I'm earning a lot.
Hmm.
I must spend some money now.
Yeah.
मैं भाई 2008 में 5 रुपए के चने लेके खा जाता था
Oh
बस
man.
मेरा
2008, yeah, fair, fair,
बस
man, fair.
Yeah.
I would also do pretty much the same. Like
same.
collectively, we would gather five rupees, then 20
Hmm.
rupees ka some
Yeah.
thumbs up ka bottle,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
then we would have that.
Hmm.
Anyways, back to Dev once again. So wait, let me actually repeat. So 2010, we are talking about you
His
getting into
10th class.
quota. Yeah,
Hmm.
his 10th class, where somewhere around that time you were also introduced to this idea of Google as a big payer,
Hmm.
huge company and very nice company kind of. Then 2013, fast forward, you have spent 2 years in quota.
Hmm.
You got some rank, triple IT, being recommended by your teacher. You did
Hmm.
not take that, NIT. Fine. Okay, you're filling the form and filling the preferences, mechanical engineering,
Yeah.
at the rate symbol. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think then I got NIT Kurukshetra, and I went there. I had mechanical engineering, my uh, a branch, and then after going there, I realized that okay, everybody is talking about computer science, right?
Hmm.
And then at that time I thought maybe I made a big mistake.
Hmm.
So what I did was that there used to be some policy where they have internal sliding for I
Hmm.
think first 2 3 weeks. They allow you to uh, uh, you know upgrade your branch if someone leaves in your
Hmm.
target branch, right? So luckily I got I filled that form, and I got computer science after that. And from there I think for around a year and a half, let's say until 3 semester completes, I did not have a laptop with me. So
Nice.
I think in whole first year, so in second semester they had a C programming subject. So the first year is where everybody study the same set of subjects, right? So we had to study the mechanical subjects, some electrical subjects, electronics, and then this one subject which is C programming.
Hmm.
And since I was introduced first time, I didn't know how to type anything. So this was like uh, so the teacher used to give us that, okay, this is the computer, and there used to be one this compiler, some
Turbo
IDE,
Turbo
C.
C,
Turbo C. Yeah.
Turbo C,
blue
Blue
right?
screen.
screen.
Blue
Yeah,
screen Turbo C.
the
So
classic. Yeah.
we were like, okay, what is this, man? It's not even readable. The syntax that you write, it wasn't readable, right,
Hmm.
in normal English language, right? So we were like, okay, ye to nahi hoga, right? Like it's not cup of the cake for us. It's not going to happen. And then I think we being the normal, being the engineer, we used to study 2 3 days just before the exam, right?
Perfect.
And I think everything was crammed, but only this concept, which is where we have to apply for loop and then print these patterns, right? Like some star pattern, you know. So I think I took a help from some mechanical guy, and he taught me how to use for loop and what is a for loop, right? Like you initialize some initial value and then you check the conditions and then you increment, right? And then go and execute the entire loop and then come back again. So this entire concept was taught by this guy, from mechanical engineering. I
You
was
know,
being the CS guy, I didn't know anything.
like sir, एक और internal sliding हो सकता है.
Yeah,
also, the irony is
Hmm.
that the mechanical guy knows a lot
man, yeah,
about the
yeah,
the CS branch than
yeah.
CS people know.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think like I don't know. So for my 11th and 12th, I just studied PCM
which is
and
physics,
physics,
chemistry,
chemistry, and
and
math. Yeah,
math.
and then only the English and Hindi just to pass the 12th exam.
Hmm.
Ah,
For
nice. And that's where your score tanked.
yeah,
So,
Nice.
yeah,
so just want to make a pun. So they've studied PCM for 2 years and then took PCM for rest of his life.
yeah.
PCM being paracetamol, the headache and
Oh,
fever.
मैं सोच रहा हूँ pulse code modulation यहाँ पे कैसे.
I was like, what is PCM?
Yeah.
What is PCM? And he has taken PCM. Okay. Fair. Paracetamol.
Yeah.
Paracetamol. Okay.
But again, what college are you from? You are thinking PCM pulse coded modulation.
He is from the number one
Yeah,
college. Remember,
exactly.
his college is above IITs.
Like
मैं
I
अपने
don't know
कॉलेज के
what
किस्से
will happen.
बताऊंगा
Like
कभी.
Mohammad's mom or fiance ask him to bring a PCM and he brings a mic and stands in front of them.
It's like, let me show you on the oscilloscope.
PCM sample. हाँ, ये रहा.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I really started enjoying the C programming, because before that it was just some foreign language that I had to cram. Okay, this is syntax. It should come after every statement, right?
Right. Right.
So this is what my status before that, and after that I started liking the C programming, and then I used to go to this some CCN. So we have the Center of Computer Networks, where they have a bunch of computers lined up, and then you can go and it's just like a library, but you have the computer system there, right?
Right.
So I used to go there and then do some programming there, initial like so I don't know, for some reason I was into this HTML programming. Like I used to study C programming, but then for projects I used to do HTML, some small page, web page development or something like that.
Nice.
And this was
And
again first year.
I think this was somewhere, I think this third semester, so
Third
second
semester.
year beginning or something
Second.
like that. Yeah. So I think these all things were motivated by someone else. Let's say somebody is doing HTML programming, and then okay, I thought maybe I should do the same,
Yeah.
because if this is the project that they ask in the interview, I should do that project as well, right? So I go and do the same thing, right? But on the parallelly I would also do the programming, learn the C programming and do started some initial DSA.
So you've started DSA second year.
Second year, yes. I think somewhere in mid of third semester. I think
Nice.
initially I was the beginning of third semester I started learning C programming, and then somewhere towards the end I started I got introduced to this DSA concept, and then from there I think I started doing some programming there.
Okay, fair.
And then there used to be some our colleagues, seniors, who were somewhere some who used to be some intern in Google or maybe Microsoft or some Amazon or some another
Some
FAANG
big
company, right?
company. Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
So they used to teach this C programming, like they used to teach the DSA, entire
I see.
from starting to the, up until the DP and all, right?
But you are still in the second year.
I was like, now I'm talking about fourth semester somewhere.
I see. Okay, later half of the second year. Fine.
Yeah, yeah. So I think from there I started enjoying all these programming. So I was really fascinated about how I can use linked list and do all these kind of problems, because I used to like somehow struct and then these pointers, right? And then doing some manipulation over these, I could create some uh, you know a complex algorithm out of that,
Hmm.
right? Just like stack queues or some tree, right?
And then you're also saying that you were coding all of these in the C language, or you had
Yes,
migrated
i
to.
i,
Okay.
I always coded in C language, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think in somewhere in fourth semester I got my laptop. And from there I think I used to have like one more person, and we used to do coding like we will start coding around 9 p.m. and then we'll do until 2 a.m. or something.
No. Okay. Pair programming.
Pair programming
Individually, but pair
individually,
programming.
but I think we used to compete each other. So
Ah. Okay. Fair.
so that guy was more into the development and I was more into the DSA,
Hmm.
but he also used to like
Solving
doing the
problems.
solving problems. So
Fair.
we used to do this kind of do the competition with each other, and then compare our solutions with each other, right? I think from there I think I continued the DSA programming until sixth seventh semester or something. And then there used to be mid break, like mid semester break and then end semester break as well. So at at that time I used to stay in the college and do the programming.
I must ask: are the dogs fighting, or what is like?
i
Is there
I
a
don't know,
They
man.
are
street
they are pair
street fight?
programming.
Pair programming.
Yeah, they are competing with each other.
Yeah. Like,
There is one dog. He always, uh, stays on the roof of the car. He'll climb on the roof of the car
Squad
and
car.
we'll do bhava from there.
Wait,
nice.
the car person took his place, so he's just reoccupied the place.
Man, yeah,
He's like the
Okay.
space is 3D.
yeah,
So I must go up and sit
yeah,
there.
He just assumed humans felt bad that he's sleeping on the street, so they put a car over there so that he can sleep on top of it.
yeah.
By
And
the way, there is a, so I don't know whether it is applied here or not, but in Gujarat, just to avoid dogs climbing your
The car.
car's rooftop, what they do is they fill a small bottle with red color liquid, add some sindoor or something, and they just place it over the car rooftop.
Also,
By
the
doing that,
dog would be red.
dog, no, the dog won't climb apparently.
Oh
If you have
wow!
some, yeah, yeah,
it will fear or something.
I think
It
so.
will
May
be
I don't
having
know the
some
reason,
fear.
but I have seen
Oh,
various
interesting.
every car in Gujarat would, at least in
Like,
my city,
what do people do? Like, put a bottle of
put a bottle
like
of,
the
yeah,
red water?
red water, yeah, mixed
Hey,
with sind, yeah,
hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
mixed with kumkum. That's it.
Damn,
That's apparent.
and that works. Wow.
That
Okay,
works. Yeah, that works.
Hmm. So
nice.
I don't know,
Okay.
like these guys, park the car, roadside, and that they left the country, I guess. Like,
Good
so the,
country.
maybe I guess. So there is their house.
Abandoned car.
Maybe yes, I don't know. Like otherwise you will notice and then you'll go and
Do something
do
about it.
something
Fair.
about it, right?
Yeah, fair.
But yeah,
Wow. So they just park the car on like the side of the curb of
side
the
of the
street,
road,
Abandoned.
or
yeah,
and
street,
then
yeah,
just
I am
abandon the country.
I
Wow.
am pro
Okay.
dog on this one, man. It's like
yeah,
Yeah, it's like
car.
yeah,
wow. Okay.
yeah. So
Nice.
I think from there I used to participate in a lot of coding
Yeah.
competitions
Okay.
as well, and I
Fair.
used to do very well in those as well. And
So
then
you are now in fourth semester doing your programming, then
mm,
winter break and summer break, those stuff. You're
yeah,
now in third year
mm,
and you're participating in coding contests
yeah,
and
yeah.
doing good. Okay.
Yeah, and interestingly, I think we didn't do like we didn't explode for intern as well. I was just doing that whole month, the DSA, because at at the starting of the or the beginning of the third semester, we used to have a lot of companies coming to the campus.
Ah,
So I was taking that time to prepare for DSA. uh,
nice.
and then so I did select in a couple of companies, and the Samsung being the last one that I chose to work for. And
Which
then,
were which were in the list before Samsung?
so there was one startup.
Okay.
uh, so some Delhi based startup. It was kind of Uber for professionals.
Okay.
And this guy was from some IIT, top rank holder, and who was the founder of that startup. So I had some interviews, like one interview with him, and he asked me some initial programming problems. And then after that he asked me that whether will I be staying in his startup or not, will I join his startup or not.
Okay. And then how long will you stay there, kind of?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he
And what
was
was your answer?
he
Commitment.
was trying to ask my commitment, whether I'll be staying with him if I even get another offer.
Hmm.
And I, being the the engineer, right, I would say, okay, I of
Yes.
course I'll join your company and stay there for lifetime.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, is there any option for internal sliding to one other company?
Yeah, yeah. Then I
Uh,
did get
this
into
reminds
some.
me of a stand-up comedy show of Angat Singh Ranyal, where he is like, during interview, everybody will be like, we will do this, we will do this, sir,
Yeah,
रात के
of
12
course.
बजे तक काम करके देंगे.
मुझे सब आता है, मुझे दे दो.
मैं expert हूँ.
और नौकरी नौकरी लगने के बाद अबे इतनी सैलरी में इतना ही मिलता है.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and there was some another company as well, Ethium Systems. It was some MNC. I don't know if you guys have heard of,
Nope.
but this company was also doing some kind of uh, some kind of embedded job as well. Developing the semiconductor for
Mhm.
some other companies. And then finally I got into Samsung, and I joined Samsung. Daily. I stayed there for around 11 months. I think even in the Samsung, all I did was some sort of teamwork, but half of my time would go into doing some kind of coding.
Mhm.
So what they do is they have multiple level of programming test, and then you have to pass those tests when you're in that company.
On a
And
yearly basis, kind of.
on a monthly basis.
Oh wow,
So
you have
so
to.
every month you have to appear for that test, and then if you pass, then you never have to appear again.
I see.
So you
Okay, so
have that
there are
certificate.
modules, and you
uh,
can attend to or take the modules as you please. But
mhm.
every month you have to return back to those until you pass.
Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
So these were sort of very complex DSA problems, which used to be in the real life. Let's say,
I see.
one of the question I can give you, that let's say you have, this is public, so I can share
Mm,
it. So
sure.
let's say you have this scanner, right? uh, you are given a scanner, and then you are given four options, let's say, and you
Hmm.
want to match that scanner with one of the, and it's not a 99% uh, you know matching, right? So you'll have to
What
use
is
some
what is
hashing.
sure? What is the scanner here? Fingerprint
uh,
scanner, something like that.
yes, like
A paper scanner or fingerprint scanner. Okay, fair.
yeah, fingerprint scanner or something like that, and you have to match with the inputs,
Hmm.
right? And then so here you have to apply some hash. You need to take the scanner and generate some hash out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say you take another scanner, and then you generate some hash out of that as well. And
Mm.
now you, instead of comparing those scanner, you compare the hash, right?
I see. I see.
And then
Okay.
if hash has some sort of error within a limit, then you say, okay, they match. Otherwise, if they
Mm.
are beyond a certain difference, then you say, okay, these are not matching, right?
This
So
is very.
this, yeah.
I
So
mean, this is really interesting. Just sorry to cut you off here, but it's interesting from the standpoint that usually the hashes are supposed to be a result of a funnel function, which is they are to be unique, and then how do you allow,
Unpredictable.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly, and how do you then allow for
I think
errors
what he meant was hashes, not the hashes in the conventional sense, but some sort of representation which makes
or
the
thumbnail
Hmm.
compare.
representation?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Well, that I can't stop myself. I want to give one solution, which is dot product.
It's like correlation between two
Yeah,
waves, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So I think like the one brute force solution is that you just compare one on one, right?
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
You check
yeah,
if they are exactly equal or not, right?
yeah.
And from there you can get out the difference. It's
Fair,
just a 2D vector, right?
fair.
Oh,
Yes.
But
but then it
since
would be n squared,
yes,
basically.
it would exceed your time limit.
Huh.
So what I have to do is to generate some sort of
Hmm.
pre-process that pattern and generate some sort of hash, and then you whenever you get a new input, you just compare that hash, right? Instead
Hmm.
of comparing the entire pattern. So uh, you know
Interesting.
right, so
We'll
that kind of
revisit this.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll revisit this maybe next video.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So I think during that I did all those some system design DSA questions, and from there I got good understanding of the broader DSA concepts, right? And then I think I applied for few other companies. I got the offer for those companies as well. And while I was on my notice period of the Samsung, I did apply to Google. I think recruiter connected with me, and then we had a back and forth interviews, and then I got into Google as well. uh, and that's when I joined Google. and,
Nice. So
and
this is like 2019 we are talking.
yeah.
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 So could you
So,
give us a recap of school, quota,
Hmm. Hmm.
4 years of engineering,
Yeah.
Samsung, and then Google? Could you put like timeline to it?
Yeah.
Which
So I
year?
think,
What happened?
yeah. So I think I was, until 2012, I was in school. From 13, 14, I was in Kota.
Mm-hmm.
And 2014 to 2018, I was in my
College.
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 Yeah. And then from 2018 to 2019, I was in Samsung, around a
Mm.
year. And then from there, I joined Google. So ever since I have been here. Uh,
And just glad that life worked out the way it did for you.
yeah.
So it's like amazing, right?
Yeah.
2008, a boy sees a dream. Like, hey, I want to be Google.
And interestingly, I think
And
somewhere in second year, someone mentioned that you will never be able to crack Google. Like
Yeah.
I was even at the
who
time,
was
I had that in my mind that I will somewhere crack Google.
hmm.
Uh, but
But then also, was Google ever in the list of companies that would, let's say, visit your campus?
never. Yeah, at the time it
And then
wasn't.
still you have like this wild,
Yeah. Yeah.
wow, okay,
And I
okay.
think at that time I wasn't even sure. Okay, if I like, I had that aim that okay, I will want to give the Google interviews and
Right.
then crack, but I
Ah,
didn't know like how. There
fair,
wasn't any path for me to join Google.
fair. Understood. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming this to be more like how it is that, when we are young kids, like 4 or 5, we want to be and assume that we can be an astronaut,
Hmm.
except we don't know how,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And which
And
is fine. It's like, okay, I will become one. We'll see.
yeah, and I think at that time, like Google wasn't. There wasn't any good presence of Google as well in India. It was just Hyderabad office, and
Hmm.
they used to do all the off-campus interviews.
Mm,
And
Right.
getting to the off-campus interview was like not easy.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
So
correct.
I think if I go back to my second year, I will never think that okay, somewhere in future I might join Google.
Yeah,
I would still have the aim to crack the Google, but I don't know. Like there is no way for me to like I don't see any path to the Google, right?
yeah, yeah.
But looking back, I think I kind of see it now.
Yeah, I suppose mentally you were just very, what do you say, prepared for
Yeah.
a company like Google. It didn't scare you from the standpoint of
Hmm.
validation.
Hmm.
You were like, okay, I will go attend and then let's see, what happens.
Right.
If a chance came by, which is
Hmm.
very interesting. Fair. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I need to nudge you on one thing, just because through a side channel I know that that also happened.
Mhm.
So when you were on the notice period at Samsung and you had interviewed for Google being a very slow interviewer, like they
Yeah.
take their own time, someone else had also interviewed you. Could you talk about that? Some
Yeah.
other company,
Yeah.
rather. Yeah.
So what happened is that I was about to join Goldman Sachs. It's a finance company, and I was you know cracked their analyst job or something like that.
Fair.
So I've meanwhile I had an interview with Google as well, and then the same day recruiter mentioned that you have all the reviews positive, and then wait on us, like don't join another company, just wait on us and we'll give you the results.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had interviewed on 15th July, and I think around 15th July, yes. And then
You had
up,
interviewed with Google on 15th of July 2019.
yes, and
Okay.
then I got results on 21st of July. So it's
Which
like
is
7 days.
Very super quick.
Super.
super quick, super duper quick, because 15th of July I joined.
Yeah.
That was one. And second, I had, like, my case went on for like 3 to 4 months before I
Hmm.
got to know.
I
Okay.
think I
And
remember your story though. You
yeah,
got the result on your birthday.
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
So
we will talk some
Yeah.
other time on that, but let's go with,
yeah.
yeah.
I got my result after 15 days of joining Texas Instruments.
Yeah. So in my case, I was like I told Google recruiter that I will join this company, because since if you are not
Hmm.
if you're
Proceeding
not
ahead,
giving
huh?
me, yeah,
Hmm.
if you're not giving me the offer letter, I cannot wait on
Hmm.
you, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I did ask Goldman Sachs recruiters that uh, I took some excuse that okay, I want to join a week later, but
Hmm.
I think they were more smarter than me, so they said okay, you come join us a week, and then you take whatever time you want.
Fair.
And I was like okay, I need that 1 week of time, not any another week. Yeah. So I think on 21st, and I was about to join on that day I was about to join Goldman Sachs. So I went outside my society. uh, Rather it was a friend's society, because I used to stay on my friend's apartment. I went outside the society, I booked the Uber, and then and this Uber was supposed to go to Goldman Sachs, because I was joining that company. And until this point I did not get any call from Google that you got an offer or something like that.
Yeah. Fair.
And then Uber is on the road, and then Uber guy is calling me, and at the same time I got a call from recruiter from Google, and they said that you have we
Okay.
have
On
an
board.
offer for you,
Yeah.
and then please check your mail before joining any another company. So the Google recruiter knew about it, that okay, I'm on 21st I'm going to join another company.
Hmm.
So they, I think, hurried a lot.
Hmm.
uh, you
But
know
they knew it because you told them, you
Yes,
nudged
I
them.
I
I
I,
see. Okay.
I did told them,
Okay.
like
Fair.
on 20 somewhere around between a week, they asked me that okay, when are you going to join another company?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Because I already told them that I was having another offer as well.
Right.
So they asked me and I told them, and because of that they hurried a lot.
Hmm.
And I now I got the call. I i am having the Uber call as well. I canceled the Uber, and then you know stayed there for a minute. I think around half an hour I was staying, I was sitting on the side, and was so happy, man, like because
Oh
like you
yeah.
got an offer from Google, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there and thinking everything. And then I got around, after half an hour I got a call from recruiter that okay, this is the comp letter for you, like this is an offer for you, and is it how do you feel about it? And I was kind of negotiating with them as well, but then that didn't work for me. So then yeah, so that was the story that I had to
Hmm.
yeah.
A legend has it that Uber driver is still searching for Dev. He's like, where is
Yes. Uh,
after 5 years?
yeah, I
He
think.
still calls up Dev and
Yeah,
waits for
he
it.
waited for 5 minutes and then I
And now
canceled.
5 years.
Yeah, so I did pay the cancellation charges. I did
I
pay,
cannot collect.
yeah, man. I just
But then what
wanted
happened?
to.
The Goldman Sachs recruiter would
Yeah,
also.
yeah. So they around 12, they called me. Is that like they you are missing? Are you in the office? Because we didn't see you in the orientation program. And I was like, I'm staying, like I'm
Dev
at
is
my
like, मैं
home.
काम कर रहा हूँ वो बहुत काम आ गया.
And
Working from home already.
I joined another company now. So they're
Oh
like, okay,
man.
is there anything we can do, Manico? No, like you
Hmm.
can't do anything now.
Hmm.
You can stop
Change your
calling
name from yes, Goldman
Y- you can reimburse me the Uber cancellation fees.
Sachs.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. So
Wow, that happened.
yeah,
but this was very Bollywood-esque, right? It's
yeah,
Yeah.
like end moment, airport पे plane उड़ने वाला है, and then hero is like,
I don't
"Hey."
know. I'm reminded of the Farhan character from Three Idiots.
Hmm.
He's about to, like, his flight is about to take
Oh
off, and
yeah,
then he,
he's like
yeah,
faking a heart attack, and
yeah,
hmm,
lands
he's like
back and runs
faking
away.
a Uber. मतलब हाँ थोड़ा fit नहीं
yeah,
बैठा, but amazing man, amazing.
Yeah. Like, abandons the Uber just because there's a calling from
Yeah,
Google.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
interesting, interesting, very interesting. And then, okay, so when you joined, no, okay, I suppose
yeah.
we'll
I,
go into
I
the
I
details.
joined 1 week after that. So I joined on 29th July.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then 29 July through 7 days after that, all of us, those who were already there, were I recall I, Param, Sriram, couple of us, and your desk was assigned to you, and we would every day go check who this person is. But not every day, but once in a while we would go and check. I think it was Abhishek and you who were going to join on the same day, and
Yeah,
who is where we had to go check, and none of you showed up like for a week because you were in Singapore for
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
GTI and so on and so forth. Yeah, those were fun times. Yeah,
yeah,
it's very interesting, very interesting, very Bollywood type.
yeah.
But also, 2019, I think there were only around 400 to 600 people.
I think so, yeah.
In Google
Hmm.
India, I
Yeah,
I
think
think
even in Google
300,
Bangalore. Yeah,
300 to
300.
400, yeah.
yeah.
Wow, wow. Yeah, that
This
was
was all pre-COVID, but now things are different.
things are different. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Wow.
नुक्कड़ नुक्कड़ ते पर दे बैठा.
Fair. Perfect. Cool. So I think with this, then should we
Wrap up,
conclude
yeah.
yeah,
the chat for today? Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Perfect. Maybe next time around, let's go back to comparing the scanned images or scanned
Yeah,
outputs,
yeah,
or let's just dive into any one of your, interesting journeys.
sure.
yeah,
Perfect. And for those who, stayed around, thanks
Thank
as
you. Yeah,
always.
yeah. Thank you
yeah,
for
Hopefully this was
listening
fun.
my story. Yeah,
yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Catch you
See
guys
you.
next time. Yeah.
Bye bye.
yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.